What was the most absurd family fight you've ever witnessed? One time, I watched an entire wedding get destroyed because the groom's mom threw a glass of red wine at the bride's dad and missed, hitting the wedding cake instead. It happened at this fancy vineyard about 5 years ago, and it's still the most ridiculous family fight I've ever seen. Here's what went down. The couple, I'll call them Jake and Anna, were college sweethearts. Everyone loved them together, but their families hated each other. Jake's family was old money, very proper, all about appearances. Anna's family was loud, straightforward, and never missed a chance to speak their mind. Tension had been building for months, but everyone pretended it would be fine on the big day. Spoiler, it wasn't. The first sign of trouble was at the rehearsal dinner when Jake's mom, Linda, made a passive-aggressive comment about Anna's family needing to keep it classy. Anna's dad, Bob, fired back with a sarcastic joke about stealing the silverware. Everyone laughed it off, but you could feel the fuse was lit. On the wedding day, things went smoothly at first. The ceremony was beautiful, everyone cried. They said, "I do, all good." Then came the reception and the open bar. Bob got a bit too comfortable with the free whiskey. He grabbed the mic during dinner, totally unplanned, and started roasting Jake's family. At first it was funny. He called them stiff and said they looked like they'd rather be at a golf club than a wedding. People laughed awkwardly, but then he pushed it too far, making a joke about Linda's friends all being so uptight they probably haven't had sex since the 80s. Linda was not amused. She got up, snatched the mic from him, and snapped that maybe if Bob could hold his liquor like an adult, they wouldn't all be embarrassed right now. Bob grabbed the mic back and fired a shot about Linda's messy divorce and how she scared off every man she's ever met. By then, half the guests were pretending to check their phones while the other half were recording the drama. The DJ just froze. I was at the buffet table, watching it all with my mouth open. Then Linda, red-faced, grabbed her wine glass and hurled it at Bob. He ducked. The glass hit the wedding cake instead, a three-tier masterpiece that now looked like a crime scene. Anna burst into tears. Jake was yelling at both of them to get out. Anna's mom jumped in to defend Bob. Linda's sister yelled at Anna's mom, and suddenly there were 10 people screaming at each other while security tried to separate them. The fight didn't get physical, but only because the venue staff were absolute heroes. They dragged Bob and Linda away in opposite directions. The rest of the night was awkward silence, cold food, and a ruined cake. Jake and Anna did their first dance anyway, still crying. They stayed together, but swore off big family events forever. When they renewed their vows 2 years later, they did it in Vegas. Just the two of them. No parents, no drama, no wine grenades. And that's how I learned that sometimes the real wedding entertainment isn't the DJ, it's the family you invite.